And Kenya is for the first time in decades expected to host the historic Twende Zetu Butiama Pilgrimage Safari, a historic cross-border journey aimed at celebrating and paying homage to the legacy of Jomo Kenyatta, one of the founding fathers of the East African community. The symbolic pilgrimage, slated for October this year, is expected to wind through key historical landmarks, including Parliament buildings, before culminating at Kenyatta's ancestral home in Ichaweri, Gatundu, ahead of this year's Mashujaa celebrations. John Kahiro with that report.
For decades and counting, the vision of a united East Africa has lived through the spirit of the region's founding fathers, who envisioned a borderless community bound not only by geography but also by culture, language, and a shared destiny. And for the last 2 decades, the spirit has found expression through the annual Twende Zetu Butiama Pilgrimage Safari, which is a regional symbolic journey that has been focusing on celebrating the legacy and Pan-African ideals of Tanzania's Mwalimu Julius Nyerere.
Every year, we gather in Butiama to pray for Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere. The Catholic Church has initiated a process to pray for Mwalimu Nyerere to become a saint.
The chapter is, however, taking a regional dimension. Through the unveiling of the 3rd edition of the exercise in Kampala, Uganda, this year's edition has extended the scope, with Uganda and Kenya joining Tanzania for the very first time in hosting the cross-border historical exercise.
Mwalimu never worked alone. So we are done with Uganda. We've gone to Tanzania. Now we will move to the Republic of Kenya.
We'll also be extending the pilgrimage to the home of Dr. Apollo Milton Obote as a founding father of the East African community, and all the way to Ichaweri in Kiambu, the home of Kenya's founding president.
The symbolic journey, slated for October this year, is expected to trace the legacies of East Africa's liberation icons, including Milton Obote, Julius Nyerere, and Kenya's Jomo Kenyatta. Kenya's High Commissioner to Uganda, Ababu Namwamba, says the historic exercise will also provide Kenya with an opportunity to showcase its cultural heritage and tourism potential, while strengthening regional ties among East African community member states.
We will be very ready to welcome the pilgrimage to Kenya for the first time. Pilgrimage is coming to Kenya for the first time. So we want to be ready in Ichaweri, Kiambu, and we'll be working with the Kenyatta family so that we can properly make arrangements for this.
Leaders led by Africa Mashariki Festival Chief Executive Officer Dr. Ronex Kisembo at the same time renewed calls for regional cooperation in a bid to advance a more integrated and politically federated bloc.
Free movement of people, goods and services across our region is critical before we even think of politicking. So our regional parliament, our council of ministers, the summit, we should all embark on this journey, for example, of going to Butiama. Have a sit down, take stock of the journey. Where are the challenges? How do we address them? And finally, let us involve young people. Let young people be involved to be the vanguard of this exercise.
The culmination of the launch saw the unveiling of a special committee to spearhead the promotion and adoption of Kiswahili across Africa as the language of communication, trade, and regional integration.
Our mission, sisi, nguvu yetu tulionayo ni kwa jinsi gani tunaweza kusogeza mbele uamuzi wa Umoja wa Afrika wa kuanza kuifanya Kiswahili lugha ya kazi na kufanya Kiswahili lugha rasmi.
The 3rd edition of this pilgrimage will offer the 3 countries a chance to tap into the rich history and legacy of the founding fathers, while at the same time providing an opportunity for them to deliberate and come up with common solutions to challenges cutting across East African community member states. For Channel 1 News from Uganda's capital, that is Kampala, my name is John Kahiro.